Phones are always getting cheaper. That's just the trend we've been seeing, and there's no stopping that from the looks of it. Through the course of this year alone, we've seen some fantastic phones already, but the Honor 8 might set the benchmark in terms of design and specs at this new price point, especially when it comes to close to matching the Huawei P9 spec sheet. Wow, this phone looks utterly amazing. It's mind-boggling to see that it looks to some degree like the Samsung Galaxy S7. It has this 2.5D curved glass covering it, which, just like the S7, shimmers in these cool patterns thanks to how the light bounces off the surfaces. It's almost hard to wrap our head around how the Honor 8 looks so good, especially in comparison to the Honor 5X from earlier in the year. Everyone else needs to step up their game. The 5.2-inch 1080p display looks like AMOLED at first, but in reality, it is actually an IPS LCD screen. It has those deep and vibrant colors just like AMOLED. There's really not a whole lot to complain about the screen here, since its resolution and quality seem favorable at the moment. Of course, it'll draw many comparisons to the Huawei P9. Most of the specs are identical, but one of the main differences though relates to the processor. The P9 gets the top-tiered Kirin 955, while the Honor 8 is slapped with a slightly less powerful Kirin 950. Now this is acceptable considering that the phone is being targeted to millennials. It has enough power to handle all the basic stuff, and given the EMUI 4.1 software that's on board and running on top of Android Marshmallow, this combination makes perfect sense. Although, who knows how it'll handle gaming. There's also a fingerprint sensor here on the back, which again shows that they're no longer isolated to high-end phones. It acts as another form of unlocking the phone, but we're impressed that it's super speedy. And it actually doubles as a button as well, where you can program it to launch the camera app with just a single press, or launch Google search with a long press, and even double tapping it to take a screenshot. As for the cameras, it appears to be almost like the ones on the Huawei P9. There's the 8 megapixel front-facing camera, and you have the dual 12 megapixel camera setup on the back. The notable change here is that it forgoes the Leica branding or attachment. Now despite that, this dual camera setup allows the phone to readjust the focus level or bokeh level post-shot. The same shooting modes are pretty much the same here, but it'll be interesting to see if its quality for a budget price phone can be flagship level. Phones have always gotten cheaper, even for new phones that are just coming to market. We've been seeing this trend for the last couple of years now with no end in sight. Usually the performance of these aggressively priced phones reflect their price, so that means subpar qualities like slow processors, lack of expandable storage, and ugly designs. You can say that the Honor 8 is beating many of its rivals announced this year already. With a spec sheet worthy of a flagship device, combined with a beautifully crafted design, the Honor 8 is making quite the convincing statement. So if you guys want to learn more about the Honor 8, you could check out our website, androidauthority.com. This is John V, signing off.